Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
We're back.
Another edition of React and Draw.
Correct.
Hope everyone's doing well. It's your boy. It's Dan and Sean. So what's good, big guy? You selected the topic today.
I did.
Why don't you waltz us in, cha-cha into this hotly debated think piece that you devised you devised in the lab,
In the lab while I was, I don't know.
known as your cribbo.
Hang on. Let me make sure that.
Why don't you holler at the people
There we go. All right. So I
and
just
let
want.
them know?
Um,
Hmm.
the Concord had some new trailers today. Three of them actually.
Interesting.
And this new game called Mecha Break is coming out that I actually really want to check out. It kind of took everything by storm out of nowhere.
So it's two different games made by
Correct.
two different developers from
Yes.
two different countries. Okay.
Yeah.
Concord made in the West, USA, USA.
And I believe. Hold on. Let me go get my
And
facts
this
straight.
new game that has caught your eye called Mecha Break, which I guess Sean is shouting out here
Yep.
on the Reaction Draw stream, was developed somewhere else,
Right.
not here, far away from
Nah,
the cultural influences of the US.
that's correct. I believe Concord is actually made by a it's called Firewalk Studios, I believe. Where? Hold on. I kind of want to nail down where they're.
All right. So, anyway, it turns out that
Yes.
Mecha Break was developed by Amazing Sun Games, a game developer.
Okay, there you go.
It's from Zhuhai, Chengdu, Silicon Valley,
Hmm.
Beijing, and Shanghai. They have 2,000 employees,
Hmm.
but it looks like it's a Chinese-based video game.
Huh.
Very, very interesting.
In contrast, Concord was developed by Firewalk Studios, and they look to be based in Bellevue, Washington. So I guess as far apart as you can get. Well, I guess actually, you think about it. Like, of course, there are going to be different sensibilities. That's a lot of miles in between people, right?
Correct. So we're just trying. You're noticing there's been like a lot of a divergence in the artistic direction when it comes to game design, when it comes to design work in general, really, like animation and comic books and things like that.
Right.
Like there's a new modern American sensibility has developed when it comes to character design, drawings, things like that.
Correct.
And the East seems to be, especially now that it's not just Japan making these video games. We have Korea making video games. We have
Yeah.
China making these video games, and we noticed there was a parallel running with all these. But we did notice that there were similar aesthetic choices being made between Stellar Blade, the first Ascendant, and now this new game Mecha Break
Yes.
when it comes to character design. And, you know, they seem to have a big contrast to what, America is developing right now, like in the way the characters look.
Yeah. I mean, even before we went on, we was like, oh, let's check out what America's actually or gamers, I guess, across the globe are actually playing right now. And I remember I forgot exactly who, and they were talking about gaming in general and what people are playing, and they say like, oh, they're playing older games, and I kind of just took it in jest. Y'all, they really playing some old freaking games.
Yeah, it seems like in Steam, we looked at the top 10 and the majority of them are like older games. Counter Strike 2, games that were made in like 2013. GTA, they're still playing that.
GTA 5. We still playing GTA 5, bro.
Yeah.
It's just kind of insane, man.
Meanwhile, people have like these fresh online multiplayer experiences. that are being made like every single day, and people are like rejecting it and choosing just to keep playing the same thing that they know.
Yeah.
Is it because they don't want to get accustomed to a new battle system? Is that it?
I think that's actually a valid question because I think that might be part of it. I mean, especially with these live service games, right? Yeah, like, hold on, let me get closer to the mic. Um, you spend so many years like trying to like invest in these systems, the
Mhm.
the battle systems and the progression system and all that. And another game comes along and tells you like, hey, buddy, time to learn a whole new system.
Yeah.
It's
So maybe you get really good at one game, like you're really good at that. You've mastered that, and now
right.
some people don't want to upgrade to like the sequel to something else because then they have to. It just just little tweaks to the gameplay.
Yeah.
They
So
can sense it, and it'll throw them off their game. They're not trying to lose, and then they want to be good at something so that they can eventually one day compete for it,
right.
be on the competitive circuit playing this video game. So they just train on one thing over and over again. That could be one explanation.
That
Another
could be.
explanation is that the new games just look too lame for them to play. Like they're just not a fan of it.
Well,
Because you see other games from the East are super, sort of bypassing them in popularity.
right.
Um, but there are also a lot of games in the West that are still popular as well. So I'm just trying to get a conversation started about what do people prefer, East or the West? Do they like both?
Well, I will
What's your
go
what's your hot take on it? Or could we? Is there things we could do better? Are there things that they could do better? Like, look, we're just trying to,
figure it
be
out.
open minded and figure it out and have the conversation. But anyway, the conversation started when you mentioned there was this game Mecha Break,
Yes.
right? Now, when did this game come out?
It's still in beta, I believe. It's like testing right now, like those private betas. And apparently it was reported, at least on everyone's favorite platform, Twitter and X, that the numbers of the Mecha Break beta are destroying Concord's numbers. Now both of these games still have yet to officially come out, I believe. Matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
I will find out for you right now because I'm reporting in real time. Mama
Right. In
Bear
the
is in the
meantime,
chat.
what's up, Mama Bear? She
Yep.
says, "What do people prefer? Personally, handsome men with a nice accent." There you go. Well, she has stated her opinions.
Can you get that in the east or the west? I don't. Or oh no, not no location. I mean, like, can you get that presented? But
in a
now,
in game form,
yeah, in game form,
or like in,
or I
can
guess
you guaranteed get it in the West? I think that's the issue. It's like you may or may not. In the East, you definitely will. Like you're going to get, you know,
good looking.
yes, good looking people. It's like, it's like they had a fire sale on like, you know, attractive people on and everything must go or something when it comes to Korea. Like it's almost like too much in a way. Sometimes it's like you watch like the TV shows
Yep.
and they all the characters look like they could start like a K-pop band. And some of them, most of them are K-pop stars, and they're also actors, and
Because
they're
they
also
they
action stars, and they do it all.
everybody comes out looking like the main character.
Yes, yes,
I'm like, wait, are
exactly.
you all the main character? Like, I'm like,
Right, right. They have no side characters. It's not like an episode of like CSI where like you have the babe and the hunkosaurus dude is like the main lead, and then like you have the older guy is the captain, and then the rest is like the hacker guy, maybe like out of shape hacker guy,
mhm.
or like the mousy computer lady or something. Thing. In Korea, it's just like they're all the main character, even like the hacker guy, even the janitor, even like the accountant.
So
At
Interesting.
all age ranges too. It's like the guy who's the main actor used to be like the K-pop looking guy back in the day. You know, he just got older and just became like the lead of this show because he just got older. It was never like they started for nothing. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point.
Right.
Mama Bear says, "Oh, game form. Oh, East is giving crushworthy characters. Though I'm tempted to submitting a picture of particular cute so they know what to make."
Can you imagine? Well, I mean, I'm pretty
That's
sure that.
that's another question. That is the West taking requests? You know what I mean? Are they taking requests? Are they listening? Are they
Well,
looking? You know, do they feel that? You know, because I mean, look, let's just keep it real. Like, Stellar Blade made headlines for rendering bombshell people, right?
mm-hmm.
And suddenly that created a firestorm online, which was crazy, right?
Yeah.
But did anyone take a clue and say maybe I should just do that so I can work less on this advertising thing? You know, like because it sells itself in a very they could say obvious way, but obvious to what? We haven't seen like this kind of like aesthetic in years. That
Right.
it's probably brand new to us. It's like discovering, I don't know, gold in the street or something, or like you know, like
Hold on. Wait. Oh, did you? Something happened to your audio or no?
no.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
cool.
wondering what's going
No,
on.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just vague sketching while this is going on. But yes.
Anyway, you're sketching. What are you sketching right now?
I'm just like I've been going back and like my style has changed. Well, my style's like changed kind of drastically. So I'm kind of just remixing older pieces. I'll probably put it up on the digital art riot, which I need to I need to put a link for that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna like rework the line work from it. Should be quick. Mom Bear says, I doubt the West could capture either one of you. Well, I don't really think I'd want them to capture me. But I tell you what, the East could probably make me look better. I'm gonna show. We'll wait till some more people come in, and I'm gonna show some of the. Actually, I could probably
Yeah,
show.
the East is such like a hawk on the beauty standard that they'll get like in Stellar Blade. They took a model like this Korean uh woman that's like a bombshell, and then they said we need to just do some work on this or something. It was like my goodness, you know.
It's like, all right, cool. Now let's fix it up. I'm like, what do you what? Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They didn't care. She didn't care. I mean, they kind of did the same thing with They kind of did the same thing with DMC5 and Devil May Cry 5, right?
Yeah, they took like some models they found on IG, and they were like, "Well, like, it's a good start," you know.
Yo, imagine the saying. That's a good start. Now let's. And then I guess over here you have the. I mean, the one thing
Yeah,
that
they
still.
as is if they took the model that the Eastern people use
Mm-hmm.
and they translated them one to one, just like scan their body and they appear exactly the way they look like in the game, they would say, "Oh, I don't know, maybe this is too attractive. Maybe this doesn't exist in reality," even though they just like did a full body scan 5 minutes ago. They would say maybe this is gonna give people a complex or something. It's gonna give people a eating disorder or something. Even though it's of a real person, there would be like think eight think pieces written about it. It would be a national conversation. There would be
Right.
legislation about it, and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, in the East, they would say this is a good start. This is a good start. This model, this this supermodel is a good start for the basis of our game.
Yeah, imagine.
So it's like there's a big, vast difference in like the conversation that's had in this country
Well,
versus whatever they do by default in the East.
right. It's funny you mentioned that. Like, can you imagine, right? Like, in America, if they had like some Well, actually, never mind. I'm about to, because they have models coming for these games actually, and I guess they said to themselves, "This is a good start," and then they do weird things to their face sometimes.
That's true. Like they'll get a model and they say, "All right, well, I hired him, so let's do weird stuff to their the way they look." Like they could start off good looking and then they like say, "Well, that doesn't look like the person. Then why'd you?"
Like they got that the model for Star Wars Outlaws, and they were like, "That's cool. Now let's make her look dusty." I'm like, "All right, okay."
Sometimes I think it's like, are they doing that on purpose, or is it because like they can't render as well as like they're not good artists or something? Like like they can't translate a face. Like if you get somebody to like draw a face in art school, it won't come out right.
Yeah, I mean,
Like someone draws in a way to like enhance the beauty that's there, and then someone just like draws them, I don't know, looking busted or something, just because
funny enough,
two
I
different
believe.
people will give you two different results.
Funny enough, I've seen. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, but I've seen them do in in their own style, like attractive characters in those games.
Hmm.
But obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 was on a different mission. I don't know. So,
I would say so. Master Panda's in the chat. What's
oh,
up?
what up, bro? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on? None, none, none. We're just here. Sean's drawing some
Some
Dragon Ball
some
art.
DBC, DBZ,
DBZ.
or DBS. I don't.
Yes, Dragon Ball Super. DZ, Discovery Zone.
Right.
If you want to, you know, hang out. Do they still have Discovery Zone?
Um, I don't think so. Did they go out of business or something?
The cage with all the balls, and then you jump in and then like the Scrooge McDuck in the money pit, like I'm going DZ at Discovery Zone.
That's how old we are, yo. We remember.
The jingle for Discovery Zone from back in the 90s.
Master Panda said, "Y'all talking about the uglification in video games?" No. Well, now we're asking a question, right? We're asking, do some people prefer this? Now, this may or may not be a rhetorical question.
Yes.
Now, before I start playing any of these trailers, I'm just waiting for more people to show up.
Yes. It's not even a joke. I'm trying to wonder, maybe they do.
I've
Because you
seen
gotta, because
there's
sometimes in order,
support for Concord online, bro.
right, somebody's retweeting it, somebody's defending it, some people have probably bought it. It might not be a big number,
Yeah, I mean
but it's a number
pre sale, I
nonetheless.
guess, because I think it's coming out um, on the 23rd. On the 23rd.
It seems like a lot of companies, whether in a different fields like comics and movies, whatever, animated stuff,
Mm,
seem to mirror the aesthetic choices that a game like Concord would make.
mm-hmm.
A lot of people in art school probably training every day to draw like this, to design like this.
Right.
So is it a top down thing or is a bottom up, scenario? Like what's going on? It's done for some reason. You know what I mean? So, and some people prefer it, advocate it, say it's better. Meanwhile, the East seems to be just looking at that and say, I'm doing the opposite. Or they're just going along what they just perfecting what they always did. Like, you just didn't change the channel. You know what I mean? It
It's
just,
it's almost like they actually don't even see it.
no, yeah, that is, I think, the reason. Like, that they just don't see it. They never saw it.
Like Youngtae Kim is sitting down in his office doing
Yeah.
doing his designs. He's got his whole design team working on everything. And if you would have asked them about like a game, they're like, "Hey, did you know about Star Wars? Outlaws and Concord?" They're like, "Huh?"
They'd be like, I don't
I
know
tell,
what you're talking about. Is it like, I mean, it could be that he knows it and he's just like, I'm not doing that. I'm aware of it. And you would think he would, being in the game field, but I've rarely, and in fact, I've never seen. I mean, it's hard because, like, we don't speak Korean. We're not reading the magazines. I don't know if these people give a lot of interviews,
mm-hmm.
but there's no confirmation that any Eastern developer, anime director has ever seen an American cartoon. Like I don't really and have an opinion about it. Like I
I
don't
know that he
or
cared
a game.
about oh um Nier Automata. He
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
shouting out freaking Yoko Taro. I think they
right.
met up as a matter of fact. I'm bugging. Yeah, they met.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
like I
sure. If
never.
I'm wrong
Yeah,
about that, chat, let me know. But
even in manga, they're not like saying like, "Yo, you never heard like the guy who the creator of My Hero Academia." There's no translated interview saying, "You know what? I'm really inspired by the latest run of X-Men right now. I'm
yeah, I
really
don't know. I've
getting
never heard
inspiration
of.
from that." Like they just
It's
don't
very far apart.
even think we do they think do they are they even tangentially aware of what's going on in the West?
I know what they're tangent.
Or
I know what they're aware of.
right, what?
Ourselves.
I guess so,
not
because
not not our sales of our games or comics or the sales that they get from us.
right.
Brina's here. What's up, Brina?
Brina, what's up? Why don't you read some of the chat, Sean? Why don't you?
Oh, Mama Bear had a good point here. It said they translate male faces well enough. Now, this is actually true. This is a weird thing.
Mm,
There will be, and people could say like, "Oh, you guys are just exaggerating. They're not changing the female characters." But I mean, listen, as we know from, well, actually, no, sorry, I was about to mention Del Walker, but that's a separate thing, which I'll get into later. Um, but there's always some kind of noticeable little weird tick or something, and it could be drastic or not. But if you look at the male characters of video games, of Western video games, the ratio is 1 to 1. I I've never seen them screw up like a male like replicating like the actor in game to a character, which
mm,
is kind of peculiar, I guess. But
interesting.
Master Panda says society is really engineering people to think that ugly is sexy. Up, down, up is down, left is right, etc. That's why it's so important to create our own works because we don't want to look at this garbage. But hey, well, there you go. Power's here. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Thanks for stopping by. If you get a chance, everyone like the video,
oh
helps in the
yes,
algo.
please.
Let's more people join the conversation. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, is it working though? It's like in society does this work? Like people like they're trying to go after they say they're trying to go after normies or like people, it's the world outside your window. That's what they always talk about. They want to represent that.
Yeah,
But in real life, people are they're on their dating apps and they're swiping based off of what they look like, how cool they are,
right.
and there's a whole industry of people selling themselves on the
Oh, that.
yes, on the selling their pictures and videos on the off right now, the OF,
Right.
you know, and the ones I guess that do better is the ones that and Instagram too. They're showing their everything, and like the ones that do better usually look a certain way, and
Yeah.
the
Hold
ones
on.
that look different might have a niche feel, but it's a niche. It's not like the standard.
Now I'm gonna look up since more you here right now. I'm gonna look up a Mecha Break trailer specifically.
But in games, I guess they're like, well, this is going to be an edutainment tool to like, I don't know, make people feel good. Like that Dove, remember Dove
Oh
um,
man, I forgot about it though.
was like trying to change how games look. So it's an actual thing. You know what I mean? It's an actual like, I don't know, corporate directive to change the way especially how women look in video games.
Yeah.
So it's actually it's real, but let's take a break from the West for a sec and let's see what the East is up to. This is a new game that Sean, well, it's newish,
Yeah.
but the trailer came out like was it a couple few months ago. Did the game drop
13 days
today?
ago.
13 days ago. Sorry.
Yep.
All right, so let's take a peek. This called Sean's Eye. This is a game from China, by the way.
Yep. All right, let's see what's going on. Hold on, is that cutting off? That might be cutting off, y'all. Forgive me.
It's fine. Now it's covering my face.
I got you. There we go. Forgot about Valorant. Oh, I gotta watch this whole ad.
It's about time. I don't think there's any like yeah. we don't want that anyway.
Yeah. I don't think there's copyrighted music in it, but just in case. All right, here we go. Well, why did that skip like that?
I mean, I'm not hearing the sound from this, but I guess if they're hearing the sound, then it's fine. I don't need to hear it.
Wait, you're not hearing the sound?
Nope.
Is anybody hearing the sound? Hold on, let me see. Wait, why are you not hearing the sound? That's weird.
Maybe because it's not like plugged in the room or something.
Wait a minute. No. I have a trailer coming up that you actually need to hear. Give me a second. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I see. I don't know why that turned itself off.
You have to alt press that.
No, I did. Oh, yeah. What? The...
Control or something. Control. You got to get both of them in there, buddy.
There we go.
Yep. There you go.
I think that's how it's supposed to be. Can you guys still hear me?
Do you hear me? I'm not roboting or.
No. You should be good. All right. Let's see if you can hear this now. Go back.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
All right. Mechs in still form.
Limited access beta. I have a question. Who in the world decided, like, hey, Zone of the Enders, let's make a free version of it?
That's awesome. Zone of the Enders is like one of the most underrated games. Like.
Man, that game is so, especially specifically Zone of the Enders 2.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get to play 1. I played 2. I played it too much.
Now they're in the mechs completely, right?
Yeah, now this is the funny part about this game. They let you design the pilot, but it's like you're not even seeing the pilot. I'm guessing for the majority of the gameplay.
Design him in human form and you don't see.
Well, I guess I'm guessing, I don't know. I'm guessing there might be cutscenes or something.
Oh.
This is a gameplay trailer. I wonder if they showed a character customization.
Mm-hmm. Is it a cutscene? But this is cool.
A lot of...
Brina's here. What's up?
Yo, there's so much stuff flashing on screen, and the funny part is I can follow all of it. But that's because there's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? So I guess this is completely a pure gaming trailer. Let's see. We could break down character just for the sake of the argument that we're having, right? Character customization. Create your perfect pilot. This is good. No, I don't want a fan video. My man's playing all kinds of stupidness. Here we go. I like the logo. That look like Ava. Or Asuka suit, excuse me. So these are the aesthetics that the that China's rocking with right now.
Right.
Now I did take a peek at this, and they have some funny customizations in here actually. If I can, now this whole thing is like freaking 47 minutes. I'm not gonna watch all that. Oh yeah, I remember seeing some customizations to enhance the bus size.
And mind you, these are for like you're not going to even see these people outside of their mechs for the majority of this game,
No,
and you're still designing them
yeah,
to
hip.
have a figure like
Look,
this.
look how many dials, bro.
Yeah, with the customization. And this is like multiple races, right?
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Multiple races.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's not like one of those. It doesn't seem to me like one of those lazy things. Like just change the skin. Like you can change the features too.
Right.
Maki said, "Did I miss the Concord reactions?" No, we decided to look at Mecha Break first. Maki, what's up, by the way?
Oh, Maki's here. What's up?
Yeah. Wait, did he do something here?
Peaceful.
I wanted to see if that part was there with the with the. Oh, and you could change the behind size too. In, in this game,
Wild.
like it's so bugged up. I wish they showed a part where they did it because it's kind
Meanwhile,
of funny.
in order to design like Laura Croft in like 2024, it's like some kind of intense governmental panel meeting, type
Oh yeah,
situation where it's like the UN must decide like what this thing looks like. It feels that way anyway. It's like, is this too much? Is that too much? Meanwhile, these guys just letting you cook. Like, go nuts.
they yeah. What is
And
this here?
why? Like, does media really influence people that much? Like, does it really have like? I mean, I guess it does. I mean, on some level,
Mm.
it makes people think in different ways. It can influence you, but I mean, do people really see like a classically attractive person in a game and then make themselves feel like crap?
I mean, and I know we mentioned that before. Where I mean, I don't care about a character looking at me like me at all. Like that's not my thing.
Right? Are people very egocentric like that? Maybe the people who make these games or say things like that, they're very into themselves,
You know,
so they can't
also,
imagine like being anyone else or something. Role play.
you know what also messed stuff up, maybe? And this is just my assumption, my wild assumption. Social media.
Mm.
I
Explain.
think inherently, not everybody, but inherently, society has become more narcissistic. So now it's like people want to see themselves. I guess even this right here is narcissistic too because it's a character creation. And you can make it look like you if you want or something.
Oh, certainly, yeah. There's been more games, for the past 2 decades where you get to customize your character down to even the smallest of details,
Right,
and then at that point, I guess, and then name the character too. Like you can name the character,
right,
and like the AI hasn't gotten to the point where like they can actually say whatever name you're trying to do. They'll probably get it to that point eventually.
right.
So it's willing to have less story in a game in order for you to create your character. They're willing to sacrifice, the actual emotional resonance of the person you're playing to make room for your create a character,
Sometimes
choices.
sometimes it doesn't. Like Cyberpunk, for instance, is a created character, but it doesn't sacrifice the story because your character is set in a storyline.
True, but does it get as in depth as like Solid Snake as a character?
No,
Right.
well,
That's
I
what I
mean,
mean.
my well, I don't know.
Like you feel he had a
Maybe
past, he had an inner life, he had like
it's
friends, and
very
that
so.
they
I don't
pop
know.
up from the past, and then the guy talks to him.
I don't think it's. I don't know. I want to
Like, can
say
it get as deep as you're doing a create a character as like
it's very. First of all,
as Max Payne, like
I can't actually answer that one. Only because the game, it's like you could actually pick your own past, one of three past.
Hmm.
So that then that now reflects on you, and it's one of those games where Cyberpunk 2077. I'm talking about, guys. In case you're wondering, just going on a small tangent, where like your choices affect the gameplay. It is very story based, so maybe, and that's only because who's the studio that makes them again? Uh, how?
Yeah, CD Project Red.
Yeah, they're very detail oriented, like very detail oriented.
Yeah.
So they might be one of the few. Now, is it as detailed as like Metal Gear Solid? I'm
Well, in
gonna give
terms of
I'm gonna
like,
give you a I'm gonna give you a maybe.
but anyway, that's a tangent. Like you were talking about social media and how it like it is making people more image conscious, or they're comparing each other to their friends,
Mm-hmm.
comparing each other to celebrities.
Because
And I would
everybody's
have
all on the camera. Like, I mean, we on the camera right now, but like,
right, and they're comparing how they look in the camera, and people getting plastic surgery, younger and younger to look better.
right.
There was actually an interesting, like I saw something on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and it was good. I'm gonna give a shout out to the guy who posted it, okay, Cody Clark,
Mm-hmm.
and he said something like it was it was like a camera, like he's talking about cameras, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking about phones, and like everyone is using their phone as a camera all day. Meanwhile, the celebrities or like filmmakers and things like that, like Hollywood people,
Mm-hmm.
when they take photos of themselves, they got the best phone at the low end. On the high end, they're using a real camera, like a DSLR camera that costs like, $1,000, 2,000, 3 grand. You know what I'm saying? They're filming on like 3D IMAX formatted cameras to shoot movies.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the majority of America is just using the phone, which they say is state of the art and can give clear pictures. But in reality, you can only get so much detail out of a tiny lens on the back of your phone.
Right.
So also maybe it's making you look worse, especially when you compare it to some celebrity. Like people giving people like more image conscious, like making them more like, oh God, I really look terrible. I thought I looked good, and now I look terrible. It's giving people like complex. That's
So
why everyone's like getting filters to fix themselves, and
now,
they're distorting. But everyone's become very. But aside from all that, the fact that everyone has a phone and snapping pictures of themselves is making them more image conscious, and maybe making themselves more resentful of people that look attractive than them.
and then thus that's where we get this
Hate,
Western sensibility.
right? Where they have to make everyone feel better about themselves now because we're dealing with a broken population that needs to be catered to or talked to on that broken level that they're at right now.
Right. Now, counter argument. It doesn't work.
Right. I guess I'm
Because,
describing the sentiment. I'm not really describing like
well, yeah,
this
yeah,
should
yeah,
be
no, I
done and it's
understood.
really
Yeah.
going to help people. In fact, it's probably going to make them feel worse.
Right. Because they try it and then people see it and then they don't care. And I was
Right,
like,
right,
but I
right.
was like, I thought you were self conscious. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna go watch a reality show where like everyone is like fine. I'm like,
Right.
wait,
Like,
what? Like, I don't know. It's
watch one of
weird.
these reality shows like Love Island or something, and they're gonna watch all these celebrities on the beach, all these reality people.
Right.
It's the same as it ever was, but people kind of like there's room for people who to complain now, so they get to choose who was correct
Hey.
for their own purposes. Plus, it makes you stand out. I mean, like in some ways, like you draw like a character looking like a gumdrop, human gumdrop, they'd be like, wow, that's original, and it will be if in a sea of like supermodels, yes.
Yes, but when you have like 15 gumdrops.
Right. Has it gone the other way too much? Like, is it like that's why Stellar Blade stuck out so much? Like aesthetically, like back in the day, no one would care. You know, they'd be like, "Oh, look, number 85 character that's like super fit, tall, and attractive."
Right.
Now in the West, it's like almost like a diamond in the rough. It's like what the a tree growing like
Now
a flower growing out of concrete. It'd be like what?
I'm gonna jump to Concord right now, but let's go through the chat before all of that.
Right. All right.
Um,
Yeah, because the chat is kind of fuzzy on my end. So why don't you look
hold,
at it in your end?
hold on, I
Go
gotta
for it.
scroll up. I saw some funny stuff.
Go for it.
Sorry
Keep
about that.
chatting, guys. So we'll get to it all. What's up?
Hold on. Amaki said that's how most Asian MMOs and multiplayer games are. They have extensive detail to where people will spend hours on end customizing their characters. Yeah. Um, Mom Bear says, yeah, we talked about this before. You can make characters clap their own cheek. Yeah. So I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it here. But they literally like they had the like the butt slider or something. And like you could slide it so much that it just claps, and I'm just like,
The butt slider. You see, that's why you wrote. That's why like the title is the polar opposite. Is the West
yes,
the
the
polar
polar
opposite of
opposite.
the East, or is the East the polar opposite? They're polar opposites because like on one hand, in the West, it's almost like you're gonna be the subject of like 35,000 YouTube videos if you had the cheek clapping function.
Oh yeah, it's over for you.
There'd be the defenders, the haters. There'd be 12,000 articles, a hate campaign. It almost seems like that's the norm for whenever any kind of controversy pops off like that. Like, and meanwhile in Japan, in these other countries, they have the cheek,
The
butt
cheek
cheek
slider,
simulator. Was this the what? The what?
the butt slider. I don't know
Yeah, the
what you
butt
want.
slider to make them have a giant BBL in a game or something. It's like ridiculous.
What, was this the
So it's
one? I don't
like,
know.
it's almost like they should there has to be some kind of distribution system is like the aesthetic distribution system is like not evenly distributed,
Right.
like the West is like way uptight and the East has no concept
Look,
of
he's doing the slider right now.
uptightness.
Boom, boom, boom. The one I saw was like more exaggerated, funny enough, but let's see. Oh,
But
it's like
somehow no one's gonna care because like whatever,
it's like
it's a
yeah,
Chinese game, who cares, it's China. But if you try to do it in the West, you're gonna get yelled at or something. I don't even know, like no one
yeah,
never
you can't.
tries it. Oh, they have things like this, like sliders and things, but not to this degree, not for this like
The calf muscles.
I don't know. What else does the chat have to say on this? This is very intriguing.
So hold on, let's see what else here. Brina says, I will never understand character creation or unique characters in the game where you can't even see the characters. Hey, I know that is kind of. Look, they got jackets.
I know it's a way for them to like you have to pay for this stuff, right? Like it's a microtransaction.
I mean, I wouldn't think that the character creation is a
Oh no.
microtransaction.
Like outfits and things.
Oh, maybe, but that would
Who
be kind of
knows?
silly, I suppose. Maki says, showing the fun thing. That's the fun thing about the character creation in these games, because although you can make the character look a lot like yourself, a lot of players love to role play. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I do character creations in games, I just like make one of my characters. I don't feel like making myself. Like, I'm not trying to put myself in Elden Ring. Like, I'm good. Master Panda says, "Yeah, I don't need to play as a character with a receding hairline and the gut." Oh man. Let me see. Brina says, worst character creation engine I've seen in the game was Watch Dogs Legion. Spoiler: there was no character creation. I don't know what that means by that. I guess it was like very still. Mumber says, I appreciate you guys on camera. Oh, no, because yeah, social media. I don't even know what we doing on camera, to be honest. If we could find a way to be floating heads, we probably would have did it. But
Yeah, I don't know.
trying to like connect with audience or something. I have no idea.
Be
um,
hiding from the people. Like
it was
people are crazy out here. We should be like
facts. I didn't really like these manga artists. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
nobody
maybe that's
knows.
the key. It's like don't show up on like, be a you gotta like be a mystery. No
Yeah.
one's really a mystery anymore. You know what I mean? Like even in rock and roll, it's like everyone's like memeing, everybody's on TikTok and stuff. But back in the day, people really thought like, you know, Ozzy Osbourne was conjuring the devil every night, and they thought
Hold on, Maki.
Marilyn Manson was actually gonna bring about the apocalypse and stuff. Then you find out that he's just like some dude.
Right. Maki just give me something to look up and said Mecha Blade
Snoop
render.
Dogg, you thought that guy was like, make cutting an album and then running around like, shooting, hanging and banging like every night. And then apparently no. he's just like
Anyway, hold on. Let me let's jump to Concord. Maki, I tried to look that the render max thing, but
Brina says, Makini says, and I have to play as a female when it comes to character creation. Women in general have more customization options than men. I guess so.
oh wait, he said he dropped the link.
Brina says the worst character creation engine I've seen in the game was Watch Dogs Legion. Spoiler: there was no character creation.
Oh, this one. Sorry, I see. All right, he's going through the. I thought I clicked this one. You get scolded for like doing a face like this in the West? Like, oh.
People are very they're very what they call it, like they're all up in that conversation. I guess it's just best to ignore it, or else it'll scare you out of like just doing what you really want to do.
Right.
Like, you want to draw a character like
There you
that,
go.
do it. This is crazy.
You want to give it a lift? You want to?
No, that's what America's doing right now. I mean, this is what the East is doing right now. This is what China's doing right
My
now.
man gave her a BBL.
This is China, by the way. The place that like has the social credit score and things like that.
Give her thick legs. You want?
They just do whatever you want.
You never gonna see this character, but it don't.
In the free West, whatever they say, the free. The V Cooper talking was it?
No, it's he's choosing voices.
Oh.
Anyway, so right off the trails of that, let's jump into the new trailers that they have for Concord. Right on the other side of the seas.
Mary Cinematic is here. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
I'm just gonna jump right into it. Now I snuck and saw this trailer already. The other two I didn't see, so.
Nothing's getting past me. Look at me. What'd you think would happen? Scrapper coming through. Thank you. Don't mess with my people.
Okay. What do you think about this so far? I got a Gatling gun. That's fun, right?
Yeah, except she's moving too slow for me.
Yeah, this is a little slow, really.
A little. This is like mad slow.
It's like RoboCop walking like back in the 80s.
By the way, I just want to let y'all know. Hold on. Where's my cursor?
Ooh, makes me want to dance.
I just want to let y'all know I'm now going to use the word jabam as an exclamation.
Jabam.
Jabam!
Jabam. Isn't a little Jabam lived there? 125th Street when
Like what?
little kid.
My man
Jabam and Jamarcus.
Is that like is that their new space jargon or something? Like
I don't know.
I'll try to figure it out.
Jabam!
Jabam.
It's sort of like, how much a game like this cost again? It's like
This is 40, I believe. It's like the price of like Helldivers.
But like a game to produce it, like how many millions would it take to make this?
Wait, how much? Wait, sorry. Repeat.
Like as a production company to make this game, how much is the budget to make this game, roughly?
I'm not sure.
But like, would you say that the same amount of money to make this would be the same amount of money to make like um the game you just showed us,
Mecha Break.
Mecha Break, or like the First Ascendant? Is it similar money?
We're gonna look that up later because I'm not
Because
sure.
is it fair comparison? I guess it's like I'm just saying, like if you have the same amount of money, all things being equal,
Hmm.
why make this? Just make that. Like but like I said before, it's I don't know why. It's a big mystery that no one wants to answer really.
No, hey, it's a
People in the
mystery. Even
chat,
to it's a mystery even to Del Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Del Walker, yeah, it was like he said that they're rendering. He shows in. He says, "I want to put in like what attractive black women characters in these video games," and then it returned to him. What did he say? Is a grocery store
the grocery store aunties.
auntie. And then instead of telling him like that's not true or hey, you're right, we'll put some more in. Thanks for letting us know. They were like, be quiet about this or your career's over. Why it's got to be like that? I mean, look, do you have to do the butt jiggle physics? No, but
No,
can you stop short of the butt jiggle
I.
physics if it bothers you so much? Like, but instead they're like, what you said in the title is the polar opposite.
I
It's
mean,
like
look.
if the East is doing this, then the West is doing that. And can you have a stand down in this war? Is this like can we have a ceasefire? Like you don't gotta prove like that much. Now this is like we could say Sean's cherry picking right now.
I'm sure.
But this
I,
budget of this game is like this is a big release from like Sony, right? Like they had to deal with this
no, first of
company,
all,
right, to release this
I
game.
ain't cherry picking. I got your homegirl, showing off. I ain't see this one yet.
Oh, shown off. My
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah, showing off. Here we go.
Who says you shouldn't bring knives to a gunfight? Thanks for having my back.
Oh, she doing a flip.
Oh yeah, I got this.
Shown off got this Shogun.
This voice acting is terrible, by the way.
When you got the glow, your body know when you got the glow.
Taste my power.
Power elevation. Got to get that glow.
And you're done.
Light 'em up, people.
Why these lines sound like rejected Marvel lines?
You're gonna remember me.
That's right. Kiss her Converse.
Mm.
Show enough.
Now this is what it's all about.
It's like fast moving, like
This one does not. Huh?
it's like something. It's like it's a game. It's happening.
Just like that.
All right, well,
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, y'all, but I don't know, man. I play Doom Eternal. I need to like move at a blitz speed.
yeah.
Like let's go. I need to be dodging like 10 enemies at a time. Like I can't.
Just saying, like, listen, man, are we like having like economic problems right now? Like, we all can't be like slacking in the entertainment department. We just should just give people exactly what they want and stop trying to challenge them so much. Like, because the East, they got these Chinese games are just like, all right, they're giving you more than what you need, more than what you even asked for. It's just like we just can't be like domestically giving ground to all these other countries like all the time at entertainment because the people are rejecting the domestic entertainment.
They are.
It's already happened in animation. It's already happened in comic books, guys. Comic books is just like you walk into Barnes and Noble, manga, 3 rows of the shelves, tired wing, the manga wing of the store or something like that.
Right.
And then you look for an American comic book, it's like what, one shelf to the side, next to the bathroom or something. Sometimes some dudes like, making a deuce, walk past, and then it's like, maybe Spider-Man's on the cover. It's like, what's going on, Chief? Like, and people are just like, and the customers are unforgiving. There's no like young manga enthusiasts in the US. It's just like, you know what, man? This is real cool that I'm like a consumer of like Eastern entertainment, but you know what? I really should, out of patriotic duty, pick up an American comic. They're just like, they don't think that way. They're just like, I got $20 in my pocket. It's the same $20 that can go to anything. So I'm going to spend it on this instead of that. and the US out here playing games in a cutthroat shark like market environment. They're like, let's come up with the alternative. Maybe that's what America is right now. They're trying to be the alternative to the East in the way that Nintendo couldn't compete with Xbox and PlayStation 15 years ago. So they made the Wii. So it's
What
like I can't make a AAA title like that. So I'm just gonna
So
be a
they're trying to
fun
be like,
alternative to this and make tennis.
so,
Except this is not the fun alternative, but they're trying to be like a quirky alternative to and let the East be mainstream for the world. Is that what's going on?
they're trying to be the niche.
Yeah, like America decided like we'll just be a quirky niche because we can't render characters that attractive, that cool, that sexy, that hard hitting, diesel, whatever. Like, so we're just gonna be like the quirky, weird political alternative to the when you're tired of playing the Eastern game, you'll come to me or something. Is that what they're
But
trying to be like?
why would I like why?
Because everybody's got to be something in
Yo,
life.
I don't want to play as a quarterback with a deep voice that says "Jabam." Okay, like personally, Jabam. It's funny. It's
We'll
funny.
be the comic relief all the time. Like we'll be the funny guy. Like how like everybody can't be Chad McChatterson to date Stacy, the cheerleader in school, so they'll be the funny guy. The chubby guy will be the funny guy. Maybe America's just trying to be the funny guy to the world. They're the world's funny guy. They're the world's Jack Black. They're gonna win you over with being kind of strange and unusual. I don't know. Am I cooking right now? Is this part of the recipe? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just.
There's one more trailer, by the way. I don't know if I even care about like watching this. So I'm gonna speed through it. Hurry up.
It's over. Hey, that was impressive.
Yeah, how do you fall slow?
You fall slow.
Like, yo, son, what is?
Maybe
they have a hover pack or something. I'm bugging.
Yeah. Maybe you got to pay more money to
fall fast?
faster. Fall faster.
Trip mine.
Makini says this has to be no more than 150 million. That's insane. And you made 150 million on this.
Bro. I'm gonna say one positive thing about it. Sound effects. The sound effects is.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Hiding from me.
You know. I gotta give the award though to the Amari trailer. She had, you know what I'm saying. She had Jabam.
That's gonna be the new catchphrase. Is that like
when I'm making it the new catchphrase?
Is that when they're trying to make Cyborg say "booyah" like in the comics? He said
Yeah.
"booyah" and stuff. This is like Jabam.
Yeah, Jabam. What's she at? Actually, you know what my favorite part of the trailer is? Right here. Wait, where is it?
Look at me. What'd you think would happen?
I guess because. What does that mean? Like she's so big, like you can't pass through her defenses. I guess. Maki says voice acting is terrible. Sorry guys, I gotta catch up with your comments. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I'll catch up. My chat's back up now. So let's see. Yeah. Power 900 says the Del Walker Mysteries of Scooby, Dan and Sean. We're just trying to figure out the mystery.
Can we interview Del Walker? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. He's like they told him not to say anything anymore, so I don't want to.
Oh right, I forgot. Sorry, Del.
Jeopardize his.
Yeah, I'm leaving him alone. The show too small to be interviewing him anyway. But Jabam! I love how her voice got deep when she said it too.
Like Massive Panda, he was saying, Google. Did you hear about the Google News monopoly ruling? I did hear something about that. Like they said that they had an antitrust ruling against them, which is like pretty wild. So I don't know what that's gonna do necessarily, but we'll see. Yes. Makini says yes, you would get scolded by journalists and activists mostly.
Mm.
But at some point, like I guess like sales, I mean, look, this game's gonna make money. Like whatever. Like who knows? I don't know.
Wait, which game?
Master Pen like Mecha Break
Oh
and
yeah,
it certainly has more viewers than Concord.
yeah.
There's like a direct
Yes.
comparison. He took a screenshot and everything.
Yeah, it was on. I should go get the numbers for y'all, but it was on Twitter.
Massive Panda says Solid Snake's jawline is more square than mine. I'm going to lie in fetal position and cry into my pillow tonight. That's what they say. The market research is what you will do. I don't know where they get this research though.
I don't know. All I know is this research.
Let's see. Yeah, Makini says Jabam. Yep, Jabam.
Jabam!
Mama Bear says show enough. Yep, pretty much. It's Shogun of Harlem.
Okay, so during peak
Makini
play,
says at least 200 million. That's pretty crazy.
yeah,
How do you get 200 million? Like you just walk up and say these are the characters, give me money, and they're like sold.
I guess I don't know.
Is that easy?
Hey, hold on. Why does my iPad look like that? That's weird.
Makini
It like cropped itself in some weird way. I don't understand that, but okay.
says, considering the crap going on behind the scenes of Firewalk Studios, this game deserves to flop. What's the behind the
Oh,
scenes?
right. So I'm not gonna go into it too much because I personally didn't look into it. But the rumor or the talk is that there is a developer on there that I guess some insider of some sort alleges that was calling themselves the professor and basically like I don't know, like acting like overbearing boss of some sort. Um,
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to like look fully into that before I I don't want to ad lib to something that I don't know about. But that was the talk. Why is my thing not working? Jabam, 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 shut it down. I don't know why. Hold on. I think I could fix this.
Rena says you should play Dead Cells if you're looking for a game to play on stream.
On stream,
Mama Bear,
there's the people I see Dead Cells. They're so mad old.
Mama Bear says, I don't know what you're talking about. I need a booty slider.
The
Booty
slide.
slider is the default. They're just trying to improve booty. You know what I mean? And for the West, since the West just needs to be obsessed with butts. And look at
Yeah.
like what the East is trying to give you. You know what I mean? That's a service they're giving to America. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's
But now that they're taking a global responsibility to pick up the slack for in terms of hottie representation in video games, I guess there.
I just don't. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I'm confused and exhausted because I would.
It's because they overthink everything in this country.
Yes.
Like maybe if like I don't know, maybe America needs to. I don't know. Like it's corny to say, but like you need to get out the house and stop exercising their brain so much, and because like they're just living in their own head all the time. Like, what does it mean to draw like this? What does it mean? What am I doing to the world when I draw like this? I
But like
think I have an
I'm
impact. And it's like,
affecting.
you want like in China, just drawing they got the booty slider. It's like they don't even care. It's just like, what I did this and I made money, and I could
I'm
take that
sure
money.
somebody might be offended by it in China.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure, but
Like, oh,
like,
why would they do this? I make this feel a certain way, and then they'll contact the developer, and the developer will look at them like, so
yeah, so
go
make your
play
booty smaller.
something.
Then what do you want from me?
Yeah, or don't, or yeah, whatever. Like
Yeah, who cares?
Power 9 just said, Professor of what? The Professor, the ultimate professor. I don't know. Like,
Akimi says, listen, guys, watch the final trailer for Black Myth Wukong.
oh yeah, that hit a couple of hours ago. I didn't see it. I'll probably buy that game. I got too much going on right now. Like I'm dealing with the Elden Ring DLC. That's that's a task within itself. I don't want to like overload myself. But I'll eventually check out Black Myth. Uh, that's the story of the Monkey King.
He says will make serious money despite all the hit pieces and false accusations. Man, why?
Oh yeah, there's a thing
Why are they like hit pieces like for like for
talking about
games? It's like so.
there was alleged SA going on in the
Oh,
company,
yikes!
but then people were saying that wasn't true, and there's a whole thing. That is another thing that I personally haven't looked into, so I don't want to talk on it
Oh
until I
boy.
know all the facts. Yeah. And IGN was trying to write some pieces, and then I don't know. IGN's been doing a lot of messing up. Actually, this is irregardless of the Black Wukong thing, because like I said, I don't know all about it. But IGN themselves, like IGN. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a second. I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all real good right now. Hold on, IGN, right? Concord. Come on. This was on the 22nd. It says over the course of last month, over the course of the beta weekend, Concord was already shaping up to be the heavyweight hero shooter we could easily see competing against genre giants.
Says who?
Who? How? Who paid
Okay.
y'all? What? Now, okay, so if that's the case, right, and apparently they peaked at like, well, at least I don't know if this was indicative of all the days, but one day they peaked at 2,000 players or
Yeah.
2,500 players, right? And now Mecha Break on their open beta testing is peaking at, what were they peaking at? 10,000? I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'll go look it up. So then, does that mean that IGN will now write an article about Mecha Break? Because they should. I'm on their page right now. What are they talking about? Uh, what? Democratic VP candidate Tim Walz endorse a high school Valorant team. Really, IGN?
High school what?
Valorant team, the game Valorant.
Oh.
This is what we're reporting on right now. Oh, I gotta go to the comments of this. Now you're just shilling for president campaigns. IGN has fallen to new lows. I'm not
These
even gonna.
games look like it's like some psyop on America, so it don't even make sense.
I don't understand.
McInerney says the developers and concept artists have been antagonistic and the toxic work environment at Concord Studios. I covered it 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah, yeah.
He says, Dan, the studio didn't accept a $7 million extortion offer from Sweet Baby, which is rumored, and that started up the IGN hit piece, which was based entirely on a mistranslation.
There you go.
Hmm.
Right. Sorry, I was trying to find somewhere
Mama
where.
Bear says, I didn't read my Quenchia's comment. I think I missed that.
Ah, IGN. I'm glad I don't have this on screen. IGN has accounts apparently. How did he know this number? How did he know this number? Y'all remember Baldur's Gate 3? IGN said has a count of nearly 200,000 players of Baldur's Gate 3 F the bear. This is
What?
yeah, this is a post from IGN. How do they
Interesting.
know?
Hmm.
Larian Studios revealed that I guess the studios told them. Larian Studios revealed that 658,000 Baldur's Gate 3 players who had relations with the druid Haslin, 30% of them chose to get down with his grizzly bear form.
Well, I guess it's that little button that you agree to when you like download or like play these games. Like before you press start, you can check to send your game data to the organization. I guess then you're sending all your information to the headquarters, and I guess it's one of the information pieces that they wanted to know about.
And this was, I guess they thought this was pertinent information.
So they could do it again. Yeah.
Like, listen, guys, 30% of people. So 30%.
There you go.
I'm not going to pass judgment on those 30% of people. I'm gonna leave that alone. Uh,
Mary Sue the
uh,
Mask asking, "What are you sketching?"
it's just a Vegeta. I was just resketching some of, relining or inking some of my older stuff. Abrina says, I hate this timeline. I do too. I don't particularly like this timeline, which is what spurred this video, as I'm trying to figure out who prefers what. Now, I could go ahead and just say that the numbers of players in these particular games indicate that nobody wants to see this, or like the numbers of comic books where there is tomfoolery going on. Nobody wants to see it, especially canceled titles from characters I'm not going to mention. For
But they certainly, yeah, especially in comic books, it's like what I'm into, like, and it's just there's no sense in the West that there's any kind of competition at all for like they're like sort of just talk about themselves and beef with themselves.
right,
But it's a whole nother like overseas market that's dominating the global marketplace. Like I mean, they just you go to the Barnes and Noble, Japan got whole racks. I mean, America has whole racks of Japanese like comic books. And American comic books is like one little shelf in the corner.
do you think in
And then they just
Japan?
pretend that it's not the same. Like we're not like what?
You think Japan has racks of American comics?
No.
That's
They probably have
stupid.
the same shelf over there.
Yeah.
And a young person, like I don't know how the US comic scene is going to exist without young people buying them. This is stuff about superpowers and people with glowing swords fighting robots and things like that. It's not really built solely for like 40-year-old people to read. It's the very nature of it.
Yeah.
It's not like Oppenheimer, the comic book, is being sold. You know what I mean? It's about people going on adventures and costumes and things. It's Japan would even think that was a possibility. Like, if young people stopped reading manga, would it survive? They'd be like, no, I would fold it up tomorrow. That makes no sense whatsoever. They could say, yeah, they make it for all kind of demographics. There's the laundromat manga, the same stuff that America always says.
Mm-hmm.
They have this mangas for grandmas and stuff like that. But it's like, give me a break. What's the majority of readership in Japan is young people? Shonen, right? It's like
Yeah.
young male. You know what I mean? Young.
This is correct.
Like, get real. You know what I mean? You get them young and then you keep them. Like as a reader, as they get older, right? They can transition or keep reading the same stuff that they want to. In America, it's just like I don't want to listen to anything a young person is enjoying right now. Apparently, they seem to be obsessed with TikTok all day. We seem to just even our politics resemble TikTok at this point. Like they're just very obsessed with this app. But any other young person's opinion about like animation, comic books, and now video games seems to be disregarded in term of this other thing that they're trying to overlay on top of us.
Overlay is a good word. Trying to imprint right now.
It's like a bunch of like boomers arguing about themselves about like the sales of American comic books, and it's like I don't know, maybe we need to start looking to other solutions. First of all, in comic books, they always had a problem. They had a distribution problem.
Mm-hmm.
They're not in like places that people are. Comic books are not in Walmarts. They're not in big box stores.
No.
They're not in anywhere that people are, like malls,
Right.
foot traffic. Any place with foot traffic, they're not there. And then they're online.
Mm-hmm.
But Japan is online in the store, in wherever. In a vending machine. Of course, like there's less crime in Japan.
Yeah.
Than America. So if they actually had a comic vending machine, they'd probably break into it every 5 minutes. So
probably.
Which is sad. And then I don't know what else. Like, the stories are like politicized here. It's like Concord the comic. Some of them are very slow paced. We still think it's like, okay to do a slow paced comic book. I guess the characters are not vibing with, and the art style is kind of boomery. We used to be able to like move and do the new tricks of the trade, the new looking fight scene, the new armament on a character, the new costume.
Hmm.
But it seems like we're just stuck from the aesthetics in America of like American comics from like 20 years ago, or like, and we can't shake it, and we'll just say, well, I'm staying like that. Meanwhile, in America, we used to experiment all the time with like upgrading and changing and adopting things that look cool to us. It was very like, I don't know, to make it a music equivalency, it's like hip hop or punk. Like,
Hmm.
I just take what works. So like what they call like Jeet Kune Do, like, like Bruce Lee, I like that move. I'll incorporate it into my style, you know.
Right.
Meanwhile, America just seems to be like, the East does their thing, I'll do my thing, and then it's become, that's why, maybe that's why our entertainment looks weird. It's like it's very like ancestral. Like they won't go outside their own family and race to like procreate. So now it's like some kind of misshapen child, and that's what American entertainment looks like. They look at the anime and say, "Oh, that looks cool. I'm not doing that."
You're right.
Ew, yucky. Just anime's in an actual store, not in like one shelf in Barnes and Noble. Icky, yuck, disgusting. They'll advertise anything online, but they won't advertise a comic book online. Like
Not at
I've
all.
seen ads for like cleaning products from China. I've seen all kind of wacky stuff on there. I've seen lies on lying products. Like what I'm saying. Like this Roomba will clean the ceiling, and it's like it's not even real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold
Meanwhile,
on.
a Marvel comic book ad on Twitter, never saw it in my life. Never
Maki,
saw it.
Maki has to be out. All right, man. Thanks for coming through.
All right, bro.
He did
Thanks
say
for stopping
something.
by.
He did say something before. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, also like periodic check in on if you like the stream,
yep.
keep the convo going. Like the video.
Actually,
Like
Dan,
the
you
video.
keep talking for a second. I gotta put on my fan because it is
Sean's about
boiling
to
in here. Yeah.
pass out.
Facts. Hold on.
Take care of himself. Let me get to the chat while he's doing that. Makini says something's wrong in the Matrix. Indeed. Our galaxy must have entered some time of vortex to put us in his timeline. I think so. We're on the wrong timeline. Somehow the East, entertainment wise, is in the right timeline or something. Like the stories are getting better, more interesting, more unique. The characters are looking better than ever. It's like we somehow, I don't know, some cosmic rift happened, and now we're in like the dark ending timeline. Like we made a wrong move somewhere, and now we're headed towards the dark ending, the bad ending of the video game. Um, Mama Bear says, to be fair, people are fascinated with a certain Olympic high jumper digital physics. I don't really know. I don't know the situation. I guess like the East is giving people options, options, and it's like, hey, you want to call it being lewd? It probably is, but I guess they're giving the option to be or not.
Wait, the
You know,
options are what?
in the East to be lewd or not, and if you're lewd, it's on you or not. That's how it is. Like it's up to you, but it's your fault or your joy. Whatever you want to do, they let you have it. Um, I guess in the East, it's always like a hot topic. It's like either you're gonna have like religious Puritanism or you're gonna have like secular Puritanism. And somehow, and then the third party, which is like they're all fighting for I don't know dominance in America or something like that.
Hmm.
Mary Cinematic says you printed your character splash behind you, Sean. Looks dope.
Oh, which
I
one?
guess like your characters, they're
Oh, thank you,
either one.
thank you.
They're all Sean's. They're all Sean's drawings back there. He printed the characters on poster
Canvas.
board, canvas board, and stuck it on the wall.
This one here is on poster board.
Oh, with the character splash. I guess he means the one on the bottom, the banner.
Oh, yeah. This is on like foam board.
It's very nice. Very
Thank you,
nice.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, Mom Bear's talking about the Olympic high jumper. Yeah, like he allegedly like he was doing the pole vault and like they think like his wang bumped the pole or something. His pants
Ooh, I think I saw that video actually.
allegedly cost him the gold.
Whoops. Gotta
Well,
hurt.
Yeah, but I guess he could brag on it like it's some kind of humble brag or something. Ha ha ha. Comic stylings of React and Draw, y'all. Master Panda says, I feel like in mainstream comics, you have either long, boring, depressing, decompressed heroes, or B, political pamphlets with ugly looking characters that appeal to no one. Yeah, we're all looking for option C. You know what I mean? We all wish to be at option C. In fact, we seem to be getting A and B, and we feel like that's going to be our thing. We just declared that was our thing. And I'm like, and I guess the decompressed part, it's really something that was in what has become an overcorrection from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like the comics in the 90s, some of the popular or incomprehensible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you ever like read some of the old Image comic books? No story. They make no sense.
That is true.
Like too many characters. They had like issue 1 had like a bunch of characters fighting bad guys or something, and then the next issue just had like a bunch of new characters pop in. You know, and people could enjoy it or not, but it seemed like it's almost incomprehensible, the paneling. And then I guess whenever Joe Quesada came in and he took over Marvel and like Bendis, and they decided that they were gonna stop that stuff and try and, I don't know, make things very decompressed and very, you know, I guess what they call like movie like, or
Yeah, that whole era.
Yeah, just like calm down. They wanted to calm down from
Yeah,
comics.
everybody thought they were like Quentin Tarantino or something.
Right, they thought they were like an indie movie or something, you know. And then
They wanted to intellectualize. They wanted to feel smart or something.
right. And I guess it was like it made the comics more readable and legible, but I think like this trend is kind of gone too far where now the comics are like boring. Like you know, Massive Panda is saying it's just boring, which is not good. You don't want it to be boring.
A boring comic book is wild. Honest.
Yes. You don't want an unfollowable mess, but you don't want boring. You know. In fact, if you're going to edge towards one, don't edge towards boring. That would be bad. That would be bad. And the political stuff is just like not pleasing people. It's funny, like politics could be fun and interesting. It's just like, but if there's a ratio of entertainment, they're not engaging with entertainment at all.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mars Cinematic said, where you print your artwork? I would answer that, but where I got it from is a place where I don't know if it'd be as competitive to buy from. So I would say if you're gonna print something, print it from Vistaprint. To be honest.
There you go.
Yeah.
Power 900 says Firewalk Studios, originally part of Probably Monsters, was acquired by Sony after working with them on promising projects. The studio, which once prided itself on innovation, inclusivity, has taken a sharp turn towards extreme progressive ideologies. Interesting.
Jabam.
Jabammy.
What's she saying at the last part? I want to dance or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like that character seems very.
Well, you know, she's festive. You know, that's what I would say. I would say the character's very festive.
Yeah.
You against dancing song? What are you, the pastor in Footloose or something? Like,
yes. No. Jabam.
Jabrant. Power 900 says people focus. Mama Bear says, Mario, I think it's his character, Dragon. Yes,
Which
his
one?
character, Dragon, back there. Very nice.
Right there.
Right.
It's an unacceptable uh specimen because he has like muscles and too much testosterone or something. Unacceptable.
Must be banned.
Also, in this uh I don't know, this Western entertainment seems very. I mean, okay, like I'm not even going to speak around it because it's like blatantly obvious at this point.
Yeah. You speaking around it would probably just make it sound worse than it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. Look, it's like they are hell bent and going out of their way to make sure that the women are defeminized and the men are emasculated, and I'm just like, this is weird. Like, and there's nothing
You're
wrong
talking
with.
like in comparison to like the conventional
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. But the funny part is, like, if you look at statistics on like what men and women want to see in their entertainment, it's going against what they want to see in their entertainment. That's why the numbers are dropping because they cannot vibe with it. Like you seen these
But
people
like,
on.
I get what you're saying in a way because it's like I think like because you can't help people can't be mandated do to draw or represent or design a character looking one way all the time because we have
Yes,
freedom to draw whatever you want.
yes, of
But I
course.
will say, I guess there used to be more of a ratio of like I guess tall looking James Bond looking
Yes,
action hero types to like the quirky like characters as the main hero. Like there was like it's like a 70-30, 80-20, 90-10 split. Now it's like you know especially like in the black community, they're always talking about like they want to see like strong like characters. Like they want to see like Black Panther was like the last like black
right.
character that was like an action hero that was like cool and he was in shape, tall, kicking ass, things like that. And then after that it was like let's stop. And and then like they're looking for other heroes, and the other heroes ironically come again from the east. All their favorite fighting game characters that are black come from the east apparently.
You
Like,
know what and hold on. This is a good funny point because there's a lot of talk, especially like with that whole Hoyo voice thing with Genshin Impact and people. That's the whole thing. We need representation. We need representation. I've seen representation because I freaking grew up in the '80s. That's number one. Number two, how, how are we going? People ask for like, oh, we need more black characters in anime, or we need more black characters made by like the East, and I'm like, now there are, and they're better than the West. What are we doing?
yeah,
Like, what are
black
we do?
people
What are we even doing?
right.
Like, it's getting weird now. Like, it's like,
And it's hardly like any like black people like living in the east. What like it's people
right?
on the army base or something. Like I mean, like the rare tourists there to like do some fracking or something, and like things like that, and like tourists and things like that because they got like strict immigration policies over there and things like that. So it's like, but they're still like gonna make U.S. black people happy by making characters they want to see. Meanwhile, like in America, the country of their birthplace, their homeland, the motherland, whatever, they got nothing. They
It's
got
like
quirky characters for you
it's like
as
this,
as a starter pack,
right?
and it's like no, that's just characters you make after you gave
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
people
yeah. I'm like, oh, you mean the side
the main
characters?
character. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't make the side character the main character. We didn't even get the main character yet.
or
It's like we
like,
didn't even get the main character yet.
or a character that would be in like, I don't know. He wouldn't be the main character, but he might be a main character in like a rom com.
Right, right,
As he
right.
goes through like progression and like, you know,
It's like they somehow they secured even in movies, right? Like just regular straight up movies. They
hmm
somehow secure Kevin Hart's bag before they secure Idris Elba's bag. Like Idris Elba can't get into a franchise where he's like the main, like his own like James Bond type character, and he has to like be in movies where he's chased by the tiger and things like that. They kind of do okay on video. Meanwhile, Kevin Hart is in a Netflix movie, like trying to be an action star. Now, like he can't do everything.
Hold on, stop. Because you just stated something that I knew in the back of my head, but I never heard somebody actually like say it. And now that you said it, it just messed me up.
Like, why is Idris Elba not in Borderlands, the game, or something like in the movie, and Kevin Hart is in Borderlands? Like, I'm just saying, like this, he probably looks like that in the game. I'm just saying, like, I don't care about. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Like what's going on? Like,
You
I'll
know
go back in
what?
the day. They had like these actors, like Morris Chestnut, Omar Epps, Tay Diggs, and all these all these guys, and then like nowadays it's just like Kevin Hart, and that's it. And then whoever can be in a Tyler Perry movie, and then that's it. Like it's like people looking for like their version of. It's because I think and it's not just a black thing. It's just like America's having a problem with like beauty in general. Like
Yeah.
they don't know how to deal with it. They can only think about it, and in fact, it just makes the whole conversation worse because like the only thing that they can agree on that is like an IG page or OnlyFans, which is like the last like that's it. That's where like the
That's where beauty went to lie.
right.
But not in entertainment. You know what? I'm done. I'm quit.
I'm
How about
done.
this? I'm moving.
I
Matter
don't
of
know what to
fact,
tell people.
y'all didn't even know.
It's like in Blade, like they
I'm
can't
already
even
moving
figure.
to the east. You see this man
Right,
right here?
exactly.
You
That's
see
why
this
all these
young
people
man
just
right here? All right. You know who this is?
it's
Go
like Blade. They can't
Gojira right
understand how
now.
to. They can't understand how to make Blade. That's why they can't understand. They're
They
like,
could have
I need a
made
young, I need like a a late guy in his late 20s or mid 30s at most, like to play like a martial arts guy. Like I need a black actor like that. How can I? I don't know. I can't find it. Let's not make it. Let's give him a daughter. They come with these weird ideas, and now Ryan Reynolds is like, let's have Wesley Snipes come back and do Old Man Blade like they did Logan.
right.
They want him to do a movie, and we probably see that for nostalgia. But maybe they can only conceptualize Blade now, and they might do it because he's old. Like they just can't give you young black guy doing action the movie. They can't do it. Like they won't do it. Like and action translates to like around the world,
Yes.
but they can't
It's
even
a
do that with
universal thing.
yeah, but they can't even do that with a white guy. They got like Jason Statham is like still an action star and he's
Oh
55 years
yeah.
old or something
And
like that.
and that's the funny part where like you gonna get messed up black representation, messed up Hispanic representation, messed up any representation. Like it's just screwed. And if you're white, you're getting no representation. Just like
Now they're trying to like do a little bit with like that guy Glenn Powell.
yeah,
They're trying to make him into something, but that was just like the other day or something like that. And that dude Reacher or something with his show,
yeah.
like, but he hasn't popped off in movies yet, or maybe he will, maybe he won't. But I guess his show does well, so two maybe. But the rest are like old, ready to get phased out. They're talking like Stallone. It's like the guy's like he's a legend, and but they haven't like made up the new Stallone. And if you
Who's
ain't
supposed
getting
to
the
do something?
Stallone, then you ain't getting the I don't know. Let me see what the chat got to say about this. Am I cooking? Are we cooking? Let's see. Yeah, Massive Bandits is not sure why these mainstream what's this is so afraid of producing hot, cool stuff. Just make hot girls, badass villains, high stakes. Ignore the Twitter. If they just do it, then and it's like what people should do. This is my advice for people, right? Make the thing, turn off the computer. Like what I'm saying? Don't let the virus get into your brain.
Right.
Don't let it scare you. Complete the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then get back online. Hit the button, like whatever, like set it up on wherever Amazon, wherever it gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the button. Take a drink. I don't know if you're scared. People are scared. I don't know. Take a shot of Hennessy, and then press the button to release your project, and then you have no choice now because it's on the internet forever or something like.
Right.
But people are scared, and just like Try to pretend it's still the 90s. Just pretend it's still like you can pretend the 90s. Just pretend it's like 2010 or something even. Like just don't think about what's going on. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Please, because and the country will thank you in the end. I don't know. Maybe you'll get problems in the beginning, but I guess like it has to be done. Like Hong Tae Kim, in Korea, he had to make Stellar Blade.
yeah.
Now they thank him because now you see all these other games that are looking like it. Like it's crazy. Um, sorry, Mama Bear says you could buy Sean's artwork. I have this character at home.
Oh yes, Mama Bear did buy a Prince Dragon.
Exactly. Yeah, check
Uh-uh.
out the links in the description to get yourself some artwork.
I'll be posting up more stuff there soon. It might
Yes,
it
and check.
might look a little different shade wise because my style's ever evolving, but
And check out
.com.
redcomicbook.com for our comic Red A Cyberpunk Fairytale. 88 pages, full color. You could order it on the site. It's story Red Riding Hood. It's fairy tale reimagined as a sci-fi action adventure. Kicking butt, taking names. Check it out. Mama Bear is a fan of Hawkman. They're trying to make Hawkman. That guy, Idris Eldis Hodge, I think they're trying to make him into. I saw he had a TV show. They're trying to give him a TV show now,
Mm-hmm.
and he earned it. He was like on that show Leverage, and he did that stint in Supernatural or something. He's been on TV for a long time. Like they should be giving him like roles.
Yeah.
But it was like finally like, oh, let's give him a TV show. Meanwhile, I feel like in the 90s he would have had a TV show and it would have been
Facts.
on or canceled at this time. Like they were like very quick. Like who's the guy? Oh, he's famous. Oh, he was on a popcorn commercial or something. Let's put him in a movie. They were very quick. Now it's like, this Hodge, huh? He's been on TV for like, I don't know, 20 years. Let's finally give him a TV show. It's like, what are we doing? Like that guy Christian Kane, the same thing from Leverage. They finally gave him like some TV show on like Freevee. I don't know if it's still on. But I'm like, why aren't they giving like dudes roles? It's
I don't
kind of
know.
weird. Like they gotta wait till like they're like 45 or something to give them like roles. Like give people a chance. Crazy.
What are we supposed to be watching as the next action movie? And nobody say Craven. And nobody definitely say Crow.
Yeah, word. Seriously. Yep. Mama Brina says mainstream thinks they're smarter because they think they are defeminizing women and emasculating men because they are breaking stereotypes. Meanwhile, all they're doing is enforcing the stereotypes, just switching the vessels. Yeah, it's like some kind of like loop or something. Like you defy so much that you actually become like the thing you were trying to fight in the first place.
Yeah. And then it's
like horseshoe theory or something.
They're fighting against like hard wiring. I'm sure in their head they would say like, no, that's just like norms that we need to unlearn. And I'm like, well, let's take your version of it. It's norms we need to unlearn. Guess what? We still haven't unlearned it. And that's
Also,
why
how long? Oh, sorry, yeah.
That's why Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 bajillion.
Yeah, it's like they just like hit the emergency button. They're like, "Oh, we tried it, and now I need some money." So like, quick hit the button.
And side note, I don't want to hear nothing about. Well, that's not the type of masculinity. He had jokes about other sexualities and this, that, and that. That doesn't matter. Deadpool is Deadpool. We know what to expect from Deadpool. He's Pan. We get it. But Wolverine was back alongside Deadpool, and
Plus, Deadpool looks cool,
and
he does
he
cool
looks
things.
cool. Yeah, he does cool things, and they were doing their thing, and they had their masculinity. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
yeah.
like it doesn't matter. It's like your character can't look budget. That's the thing about the East. They're not gonna have their character looking like shown off,
No,
no matter what their sexuality is. Like
you're right.
they don't care. Like it's like, bro, like we are, it's like red alert time in America. Like there's no such thing as red alert. There's a lot of things in America. They like fake it till you make it type stuff. Like I'm not poor. I'm not doing badly. I'm doing great. That's like how the comic industry acts. And then
Like, I'm sorry, but whoever the team that designed the Concord characters got no urgency. They had no sense of urgency. Like, hey, maybe we should do this because we definitely need to. They weren't on definitely time.
Yeah, Power 900. He's dropping facts in the chat. He's talking about Warner Brothers facing financial difficulties, potential sale to tech companies like Amazon, Netflix after merger with Discovery.
Oh boy.
Facing historic fall, devaluing major networks like Cartoon Network and CNN, resulting in $9 billion charge for worthless assets. I did hear that. Yeah, like Cartoon Network is having problems. I know like Warner Brothers. I don't know if it was Warner Brothers, but Boomerang they had like some subscription channel for cartoons.
Hmm.
I don't know about people who want to pay for those Western cartoons, but they had a subscription service, and I guess it failed.
Right.
And so now people are talking about like Cartoon Network is finally going to go down.
Hmm.
First of all, any cable station is like in flux right now because people
Stream.
are getting tired of paying for cable.
And we
You
got
know,
streaming now. It's over.
you're streaming over the air. You can like just watch things on. If you have an Amazon Prime account or like Tubi, you can watch like fake TV, but for free, and it's legal.
Right.
Mama Bear says, Sean, look up how much Japan is offering black men to have babies there. What?
I think we need a Hage for this one. Since he's actually, a black man in Japan with a whole wife.
They're paying the money? Crazy.
I,
Power
I, I,
900
I
says,
cannot partake in that, but
Power 900 says, the Warner Bros. Discovery merger and leadership decisions have led to show cancellations, reduced original programming, and shorter seasons on HBO Max.
oh boy.
Damn. Financial troubles and potential layoffs with decline in stock and suggestions for selling assets or finding a streaming joint venture. First of all, there's too many streaming services.
Yeah.
I saw they had MGM Plus.
What? What? No, stop.
I wasn't even watching MGM. Like I'm like, what is MGM? I can't remember what properties they got that they got MGM Plus.
You got to
I'm
get a
like,
different streaming service for every new show.
stop. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no. How about that? No. Remember everything was on Netflix? You would just get a Netflix deal. Everything's good. Like the Marvel shows are on Netflix, Daredevil and stuff.
Yeah.
Now suddenly it's like they got their own streaming service, and it's like maybe there's like one decent show on each channel, but at the end of the day, just wait till the season's over, pay for it for the month, binge it, and then like stop paying them.
Yeah.
That's what people are doing nowadays, and maybe that's why these streaming services are going, downhill. Like right now, the only good stuff on Netflix is Cobra Kai.
Which I still have to catch up to.
That's like a show should be taught like in Hollywood as like the gold standard to how to handle a legacy franchise. Because not only did it enhance the bad sequels, not like Karate Kid 2, Karate Kid 3 had moments, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But somehow made Karate Kid 3 a very vital, important part of the Karate Kid lore, and like continued the saga of Terry Silver in like in a cool way.
Right.
And that way young people can actually watch Karate Kid 3 to understand what's going on in Cobra Kai. They got young kids, teenagers actually watching a movie made like 35 years ago or something to understand what's going on now. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's because the guys in charge of that show, they know what they're doing. It's like crazy. But now Sony is making a Karate Kid movie without the Cobra Kai people and the cast.
That's weird.
Just with it's with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, and they're training up a new Karate Kid. And Pacey's in it from, Joshua Jackson's in it as some character. I don't know who he plays.
Oh boy.
I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Don't they want to capitalize on this Cobra Kai thing as a movie? And this poor kid, this guy was a Jolo, Blue Beetle.
Yes.
That should be his cinematic, like, franchise.
It's
Like
because
that poor kid. Like that guy should be
I'll be right.
Cobra Kai, the
He's
star
talking.
of Cobra Kai, the movie for the Hispanic representation. Instead, they're stealing it from him. Like, and I saw the last match episodes; they were great. It's kind of I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. Sony, I don't know what Sony's doing. You know, they're making Craven movies. They're making I don't know Madam Web, and I'm like, why don't you just finally hit your emergency button? Like Kevin Feige pushed the emergency button, like I need money. So he's Deadpool Wolverine. He needs to finally make Spider-Man and Venom the movie. That's what he needs to make finally. I'm sorry, the people at Sony need to do that. Instead, they're not going to do that. It's time for Spidey spin-off movies where they never interact with Spider-Man. And it's time for Cobra. It's time for Karate Kid sequels without the Cobra Kai cast. I don't know where they come up with these things. Anyway, Power 900 says, yes, they recently got rid of the Boomerang app. Me TV is doing well. Yeah, Me TV.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Those are like over the air apps, you know, like over the air TV, like you have an antenna, like a digital antenna.
Yeah.
You can get a digital antenna for like, I don't know, a few bucks, you know, and then stick it out the window, make it point outside the window, and then you can, you know, see TV. That's what most people do to watch regular television, like
okay.
CBS, ABC. And if you keep scrolling up, you'll find other channels like Me TV. They show like reruns of old TV shows, old sitcoms and stuff. I like to watch the Wayans brothers. So they have like a show on Wayans brothers like every day. Hilarious.
What did
but yeah, they have all these other channels too. They have one called Me TV Tunes, and they show like old cartoons like Woody Woodpecker and like those old cartoons.
Brina's asking about it. Says, how can I get Me TV? I gotta get this antenna.
Power 900 says Cartoon Network has been reduced to airing preschool content and Family Matters during the day. Oh damn!
Good grief! I didn't even study what went down with them.
That's wild. Maybe they should have just converted to a 24-hour day anime channel or something.
No, sir, that don't make too much sense.
Thing is, all these channels are not the original intent of what they used to be. Like the independent film channel IFC, they're showing like reruns of Big Bang Theory.
Right.
That's why people are like cutting the cord on cable, because you know these channels are not even any good anymore. The Sci-Fi channel showing like regular action movies without sci-fi in them. Brina says, you said you can't partake, but Sean, do you really need to partake? Or can you just deliver the ingredients and still get paid?
I forgot what that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
My bad. Gonna head up.
Power 900 says there's a second reboot for Karate Kid, huh? It's like a sequel. Like I think they're trying to ask Ralph Macchio about it in these interviews, and he's like kind of not saying much. But I guess it's like it's a movie where he's training up a new Karate Kid student, but it doesn't involve like the Cobra Kai people as much or at all. But he's saying that it doesn't discount Cobra Kai either. It's like some side quest story for him or something.
Okay.
Which I guess is fine, but it's like, why not just capitalize on the show?
Right.
You have a hit show, have a hit movie. Like, what would just do the show as a movie? Like that would make sense, right? Like, I remember when they announced it, the original creator said they asked the original creators, "Are you involved in it?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Why not? Like, you're writing the best Karate Kid stuff right now. You should be the first person they call."
Brina says you were talking about Japan paid black guys to have babies. Wait, so now I gotta read it. Sean said he can't partake, but do you really need to partake or just deliver the ingredient?
Oh, I get you.
Ah,
I get you.
but then I'll have like some little person out there that I don't know personally. It's kind of sad.
Well, yeah, we're you're
And then, and
thinking
then
about
I'm
like
gonna be like perpetuating the stereotype of you know stereotypical black fathers and I don't.
we're
Side note, like they were talking. I was on Twitter and some person was ranting about like whitewashing a character is that's always done out of malice, but blackwashing a character is usually done out of love and want for diversity. And the example they showed was what's this character from Steven Universe? Garnet, like somebody like just colored her white instead of like black, dark skin how she's supposed to be.
right.
And then they had a character, if you guys are not familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen, Megumi Fushiguro, okay? And he is a prominent side character, and they made him black. And I was like, so let me get this straight. Not only did you blackwash a character that wasn't even white, you just blackwash a Japanese character. You blackwash a character that has a father who is one of the worst purposeful deadbeats in anime history.
Dang.
So, because if you make him black, that means his pops is black. His backstory, y'all, his pops tried to sell him. Okay, like that. Not like that, but like you like sold him off to like a clan or something, and he forgot his name. And I was like, do y'all think about that before you did that swap? I just thought that was kind of funny. But
It's like the brain rot that's going on like, in America right now.
facts. I'm just like,
It's
what's
like this
wrong
is
with
what they
y'all?
have to do since this country has no cultural identity, no entrepreneurial spirit,
And that's
no
the problem.
creative like bone in their body to make up things that people want to see, like not only on a domestic level but a global universal level. Like they can't do it.
Yes,
So now it's just like them worrying about the race color of an anime character, like, and
and it's
what does it mean?
so
Like
like
it's just like this is
I,
the brain rot
I'm gonna be clear.
of America.
There are things that like happen in entertainment sometimes that are race swap that I actually don't care about.
Yeah,
Like I like the Equalizer. The Equalizer
yeah,
was
yeah.
not
Okay.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Equalizer was not black before. Now all of a sudden, here comes Denzel. But the equal like then the movies. Well, actually, I've only seen the first one. I don't know about the second or the third. I don't know if the tone changed, but if the tone is still the same as the first one, like black was not his defining feature. He's the equalizer, and he's here to equalize. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's cool. But like as Dan was saying, like the brain rot. I'm like, yo, if this character had this skin color, then I'm like, yo, this kind of fits into the conversation though. I'm like, listen, indie people and stuff like, listen, the West is failing at a ridiculous rate. We don't got time to worry about like have forming arguments of like if Broku is a valid option.
And it's like this like that's like and this like the low level brain rot of like I don't know, art Twitter or something. It's like or Tumblr or something. And then there's like corporate brain rot where like the Cartoon Network could really like could be a cool network for people. Like it could probably be a cool channel. And instead they just fumbled the bag and the ball and just say, well, I don't know. I don't care.
Right.
I'm just gonna show Family Matters reruns and preschool entertainment. That's it. And I'll be cartoon in name only. And then like I guess they have Adult Swim and they show like live action stuff and like reruns of Family Guy. I don't know what they do in Cartoon Network anymore, really, but like they have no faith anymore in like I guess the gatekeepers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking on a level of like let's have cool entertainment. Let's see what this country could do.
Right.
Let's see what like a new person could do and not think about it like as a weird cartoon for children or like there's a whole generation of people. Like I see people doing Americans doing fan animation
Oh
of
man,
Dragon Ball that
everything.
of every anime character, every anime franchise, and I'm like, what? And if they decided to do proposal their original characters, who would they take it to? The Cartoon Network? They don't make cartoons anymore. Like,
Yeah.
or like, oh, maybe the guy who pitched it might get a deal, but they might. But then, where's it going to be animated in another country?
I don't know. That's the weird part.
It's weird. Like, who
God.
knows? Maybe because I don't know. And there's a lot of issues with that. You know, like the production costs in this country because everyone wants to be paid like $50 an hour or something.
Yeah.
And yes, to start out. And then they're like, sure, we'll get right on that. And then they end up like just outsourcing the whole thing to Korea or something. And then the only American getting paid is like the 5 people in the writer's room and like the director who also knows how to draw a little bit to get the ball rolling.
Right.
And that's the country. And that's America.
This is America.
Yeah, this is America. Police be tripping up. Like, was that song really good? Like, or was it
No.
just the video?
That song was not good.
People bumping that in 2024. Maybe over time it's good because like everything's getting worse.
This is America. Oh, Brandon says.
It had a vibe, but then it wasn't really that good.
Yeah.
It was like.
Said the Equalizer is cool because ain't nobody changed his race out of love. Facts. They didn't come with an agenda. They just said like, "Hey, you want to play the Equalizer? All right, boom." And thus, I was not annoyed. Power says, "Oh, blackwashing art fixers are still around. I remember they did that with My Hero and Usagi-chan characters between 2019 to 2021." Yeah, Power. This man, Twitter. You're on Twitter. Oh, wait, don't I follow you on Twitter? Yeah. But yeah, they're still out there. They're still out there doing their little fixes and their little swaps to.
I guess it's like I don't know. Everyone's just gonna have to do it independently. That's what people are doing right now.
Have to do it independently, but it's like, and it doesn't matter what race you're, white, black, whatever. It's like, especially like the crowd that's like, I want to see new original characters. And what did they give you for original characters, y'all? What did they? All right, this what they gave you. This,
Yeah.
that's what they gave you. They gave you this, and that's why you online changing the skin color of Goku, because this is not satisfying you. Anyway, that whole thing was just a side point, but
Plus, I guess it's very expensive to come out with these kind of projects. Like, it's very expensive to come out with video games. It's very expensive to come out with the
yeah.
I remember I saw some guy, he was trying to raise money for his animation. He was like, I need 50 grand. I need for like 3 minutes of this cartoon or something, or 5 minutes of this cartoon. And I'm like, that's pretty wild. You know, I mean, I don't know. Mike Judge, your Beavis and Butthead, you know, I mean, it's not the same thing, but
Right.
I mean, you want 50 G's for like. But that. I mean, this is like the kind of cost that it takes to like produce some like cartoon on the level of, you know, like what you're drawing right now, like some Dragon Ball stuff or like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like it costs a lot of money to make.
Oh yeah. Anyway, y'all.
So I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. It's very strange. I don't really know how the corporate structure works. Like you have to like know the right people. You got to get a deal. But it seems like one person can always get like a cartoon made. Like Adi Shankar can get like 5 cartoons on the air, and they just keep going back to him for more cartoons. You know, like they have this Batman cartoon, the Cape Crusader, with Oswaldo Cobblepot and stuff, and it's like Bruce Timm. He just is the Batman guy. Like they just keep going to him for Batman content, and like no one else can get a chance at the steering wheel. They just go. So they're very set in their ways. They go to the same people. They rather just show Family Matters reruns and like I don't know, scout out for like new content for other genres too, not like family stuff or you know, like You get what I'm saying. I'm gonna scan for the chat for a second. Yeah, Baz want to be in Thriller so bad. Problem. Got the jacket and everything. Well, anyway, this looks cool.
Thank you,
Probably
sir.
pop this on Twitter when you're done, right?
Yeah, and I'll make a time lapse out of it, I guess.
No doubt.
Um,
But guys, it's been real.
yep. If
Like the video
like
if
the
you like
video,
what you see. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications to find out when we appear. And then
and
pop in for the chat. We have a good time. Check out redcombook.com. If you haven't picked up a copy yet, pick up a copy. She's, it's Red Riding Hood. She's featured on the character sheet in the lower left hand corner there. That's her holding a sword. She's our intro
yep.
character in the countdown. Fantastic stuff.
If y'all wanna,
I mean, East, West, you decide what you like,
you decide what
enjoy what you enjoy.
I would ad lib to that. You can in fact design like what you like, because you can't tell anybody to like anything.
No.
I believe that wholeheartedly. But in my honest opinion, you can like what you want to like. I just want to let you know we losing. All right, like that's what.
Exactly.
It's not a. This is not an opinion. Okay, I don't like. This is goes all the way back from like when I don't know when Joe Madureira comic book artists left Marvel, and then they had the greatest artists of all time censored into Image, and then I don't know, there was a art divide or something, it was weird, and then it's translated into other mediums, especially gaming. And y'all aren't playing why aren't y'all playing Concord? I'm gonna ask y'all, why aren't y'all, you know what I'm saying, why don't you go beta test that joint, and will you buy Concord and games like it, you know what I'm saying, on the 23rd when it come out? Don't let me catch y'all out here playing Black Myth Wukong. You ain't supposed
Yes.
to. Let me
Well, I
stop.
don't know. Maybe, hopefully, people in the indie space with little to zero resources will eventually come out with something to save the country. How about that?
I suppose. However, I will say this.
And they
I
better,
maybe
and they
maybe
got to
look.
work very strategically to do so.
Yeah. Yeah. And if anybody who's a creator out there, listen, man, or ladies and gentlemen, just if you feel like making something with a particular cool aesthetic, just make it. Even if you're not seeing as much in your hometown of USA.
Yes, pretend that you live in Japan. Just pretend you live in Korea.
Yeah.
Just pretend. Just pretend that you live in a place or a fictional place. You know what I'm saying? You live in your own fictional universe where a different timeline, as they say. They say
Yeah.
we're in the wrong timeline. Pretend you're in the right timeline. People think you're going to be weird, right?
Yeah.
You're walking around, talking like the entertainment's still pumping like it used to be. People think, what timeline you living in? And be like, I'm living in my own timeline. Leave me alone.
Like, hey,
Create
where
your
you go?
artwork, put it out. People will be amazed. They'll be like,
Yeah.
wow, how could you still do stuff like this? Your brain isn't rotted yet. And it's like, I've I quarantined myself from the brain rot of the West. And now I'm able to help improve the West. That's what's going to have to take.
Power 900 said Bruce was sidelined in the first two episodes. Uh, confession. I attempted to watch The Cape Crusader. I wanted to understand why is it that they made all these horrendous designs, and I'm sorry, y'all, all these design was horrendous. Like the whole outfit was, and then they changed the whole personalities, whatever. Yeah, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I fell asleep. I mean, that also might be because I came from work, but yeah, I fell asleep. And now not seeing the full episodes, I kind of have no urge to go complete the Key Crusader. So just like
Gotta
people
check out the
gotten,
reviews.
yeah, just like people have no urge to check out, I don't know, Concord doing beta testing. Anyhow,
That's
yeah.
how Batman Cape Crusader got 97% from the critics, and it has 57 from the audience. That's a big
That is
gap.
wild. That's
That's a
wild.
big gap.
That is literally insane.
59 critics. And the audience, they limited, they don't know, they must be erasing comments or something because they only have one here.
Oh boy.
And it just says overall not bad. I think expectations were high, hoping for something like the 90s animated series. I could see that they were going for a similar feel, but it didn't land for me. Seemed a bit clunky at times. And that's the only one they allowed to like be there right now. Can you imagine the other ones?
Oh man, they're probably going ham.
Yeah. Or maybe people didn't feel like even writing a comment. That's
Just
the
said,
level of
Phil.
enthusiasm that they have for it.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm just gonna leave 1 star and leave. That's when you know like something's bad. Like when there's apathy to it, or
Yeah.
disinterest. Just toss your review and walk right out.
Anyway.
Anyway,
All right, y'all. We will catch you. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow.
yeah,
We'll do the showcase. Not sure what tomorrow's topic will be, but we
yes.
will whatever
If you want your work to be included in the showcase, your artistic work
yep.
in the Discord, the link's in the description. Check it out. It's the poster art section. Guys, catch you on the flip side.
All right, y'all. Peace.